Hi everyone, it is Travel Crochet and my name is Tracy. Welcome back to another episode. Alright, so this morning I did something. I had to go to town to get some more stuffing. I was just about out and then I was chatting to Kim on Instagram from Crafty Chaos Emporium. He just happened to mention that Spotlight has a really good sale on at the moment, and that's where I was heading to get the stuffing. And I said, oh, I'll have to go and check it out. So I have a large yarn haul. Every time I'd been to Spotlight previously, I had checked out the mill ends, which is where we can get Bernat Mystical, and they'd never had it here in Hervey Bay, but however today it did. So let's show you the yarn haul. I have two big bags. All right, so the first one is, so this is what our mill ends look like. So we actually don't know what brand they are or anything, but I'm reassured that this is Bernat Mystical. I don't know the name of the colour, but we get 400 grams, and these are normally $14 for mill ends, a bag of mill ends, which is 400 grams, but today's special they were $8.40, so bargain. So I've got whatever this colour is called, it's like a pinky kind of colour. That's the first one. And then I got this greeny, actually I think I might have this light behind me. The lighting is really bad. I'm going to change the lighting. Let's turn it down a bit. I think I was overdoing the lighting. There we go. So this is kind of a greeny colour. I might have to Google mystical colours and see what it's actually called. Now that I turn the light down, I'll just re-show you that colour. There we go. Okay, next is this beautiful maroony, purpley colour. Then we have these yellows and mustard kind of colours. And all I can picture when I see all these like variegated kind of colours is sea turtles, of course. Oopsie, I'm knocking things out of the bag. I see another one down here. So this is like a more rose sort of coloured pinks, rose quartz kind of colours. So that's that. Then there is another one down here. I'm not sure if this is still the mystical or if it's something else, but like I said, we don't know what we're getting, but it's those colours there. But they're always 400 grams worth of whatever we get. So it was pretty. And then I got some white. So it's just a chenille of some description. It's probably Bernat, just not mystical. I don't know. Don't know. And then I found another one of white, because you can never have enough white, blacks or browns, and browns really hard to get. Then I found this sandy, light tanny colour one, which I often make the turtle flippers and head out of. All right, so that was one bag. Now I've got to get to the other bag, and I've got one that's gone flying over the other side here. Okay, so then, mind me swinging around. Then I went and found some of the Motivera, which is the new blanket yarn that Spotlight has. But I was just looking at my receipt. They were supposed to be $11.70 each, but for some reason, the white one, they've charged me $20. So I don't know why. Anyway, so that is dearer than the normal price. So I don't get that unless it's, no, I don't know. Anyway, I got 2 of those blanket yarns. And then I got 2 black of the same one. Then I got 2 of the yellow. Oh, found some more mill ends. Oh yes, I found some black in the mill ends. Again, it's probably just normal Burnett blanket, I'm assuming. Who knows? I happened to find 2 of those. And then I think this might be the Burnett frosted, but I already had one packet of these that I'd made a sea turtle out of, and I really liked it, but I can add it to so I don't run out. Then Spotlight have a brand new variegated yarn out, blanket yarn, which is, I got these 2 of these colours, which is like a, I don't know, candy floss kind of rainbowy colour. And it's called, yeah, Valuable Blanky Rainbow. So these are 150 metres long. Says size 8, like knitting needle size, but obviously I think I would probably do a 6 or so with this. So now I've got to come up with ideas of to make with all these things. So that was my yarn haul, and ended up getting 2 bags of my stuffing. I get the kilo bag, so they were 25% off those. But now my floor is covered in yarn. And I'm not going to have enough room in that cupboard to put those. I need another cupboard already, because I actually have a Temu order that will be coming next week with more of my Temu yarn that I use all the time. I will have to do some saving and get another cupboard for over there. Anyway, I'll find a tub or something to put all this in later. Then we shall move on to what I have made since Wednesday. What day is it today? It's Saturday, so like 3 days worth. It's not much, because there was a couple of, well, one pattern was very complicated and new to me, which I mentioned that I was going to do last video, so I'll talk about that. The other 2 were not complicated patterns, but they were originally made for acrylic yarn, and I made them in chenille, and something that was meant to be like this big is like this big or this big. So yeah, it took way longer than I thought. So on my little list of things to make before the next market, I am way behind. Anyway, so I've got a tub here beside me, so I'll show you what I did make. So I made 5 of my mini sea turtles, and this is the Friendly Red Fox pattern. She has a YouTube tutorial, and I think she also has the pattern on Etsy as well. I'll have it linked in the description. So a pink one, variegated one, and different variegated yarn that puts a nice spiral in the shell. A bit of a greeny, bluey colour and a blue one. So I've got 5 of those because I had completely run out of sea turtles, completely, the first time ever. So because of the last 6 weeks and moving and selling caravans and buying cars and just general moving into a new house, I hadn't had much time to crochet and catch up from 3 markets worth of sales. So we'll actually have to go through my inventory as well, because I don't think I've kept up with my list properly, and I'm not sure if my square is correct. So we'll have to go through all that as well. So actually, while I'm talking about it, I sell these guys for $8 each. Then this one here is one of the ones that is meant to be made in acrylic, and the pattern, and it is by it's a paid pattern on on Etsy by Me Angeli, and it's handy having Chris's sister. She has some younger grandkids, and to find out what the preschool age is interested in at the moment, because I want to target that market as well as the older age groups. So apparently Gabby's Dollhouse is very popular amongst the preschoolers here, and this is one of the characters, and this one is called Cakey. So it's basically a cupcake that comes alive or something. So it's a huge cupcake character, and yeah, originally was probably a quarter of this size, but in chenille, yeah, I think it turned out okay. We'll see how that goes. I haven't got a price on it yet. I think I will put 25 on this one. It wasn't complicated. It was pretty straightforward. It was mostly just rounds and decreases and that. Had to create the ears, sew them on, arms, sew them on, legs, sew them on. So it was a little bit of sewing, but it wasn't too bad. So I think 25 for that one. Then the next one ends up huge, absolutely huge to what I thought it was going to be. Again, this is a Gabby's Dollhouse character. Apparently this one is called Pillow Kitty. Now this one we can actually use as a pillow. So this is how big it turned out. So now these legs were actually meant to be more this colour, but I had run out, I didn't have enough that would do the legs, so I just improvised and did the pink instead. There was a fair bit of details, creating whiskers here, creating cheeks and sewing them on. The ears are separately made and doing the detailing and sewing them on. All the legs made separately, sewed on, tail made separate, sewed on. So it was a fair amount of work on this one. So I am thinking probably $35 for this guy, because it was a fair amount of work and yarn and stuffing. So this is Pillow Kitty. And again, the same designer, Me Angeli on Etsy. Okay, running out of room here. Now, next one we'll talk about is the one we talked about I mentioned last episode, that I had purchased this pattern several months ago. I was really excited to make this sea turtle because, as I mentioned, I have a customer that collects sea turtles, so I want to make as many variations of, well, not just sea turtles, I think just turtles, variations as I can. And when I purchased this pattern, I reluctantly purchased it because it was the most expensive pattern I have ever paid. It's normally not, when it's not on sale, 26 Australian dollars for the pattern, and it's only the one item. It's not a pack or anything like that, so it's very, very expensive. It is quite complicated but I got there in the end, and I had put it off because I looked at the pattern after I bought it and I got scared. I'll be honest, I got scared. So this is Matilda. Matilda the sea turtle. So Matilda has the actual shapes and in the shell of the different bits of shell. So you create all these separately, then you do a border around each, and then there's a certain way that you have to sew them together. Now, mind you, when I made this, it was the day after I came out of foot surgery, so I think my brain was a little bit, not very clear. So I had to do a little bit of decreasing and increasing and that to try and actually get the shape to look like it was supposed to in the end after sewing them all together. Well, you crochet, not sewing, crocheting them together. You crochet them together. And then you do the border. I think it was meant to be a little more round than what mine is, but I think in the end it was okay. But I like the details in the head. And this is puff stitches in here. And I think the shaping of the head works really, really well. I really, really love it. And you've got the puff stitches in the fins, but also the shaping of the fins. If you can see, it's actually got this extra bit that makes it look more realistic. And it's got a little tail at the back. And then you create this separate belly underneath and crochet that on and crochet it together. And you crochet the head in the round as well once you've created the head. So look, in the end, yes, it's complicated. I think if I took more time to concentrate on how to put the shell together properly, you would get it betterly shaped better. It's interesting because the pattern, it actually says it takes 6 to 7 hours to make. Now, I do not think it took me anywhere near that time. Maybe it should. Maybe I was just racing through it and that's why the shell. But I think in the end the shell turned out, okay. Is the pattern worth $26? Probably not, honestly, because you don't get anything else with it. I mean, it's just this. I mean, I know a heck of a lot of work went into making this pattern, but I mean, if you had it at a cheaper price, you'd probably sell more and make more money on it. I don't know. Yeah. Look, I know it took a lot of work to put this pattern together, and it is very detailed, and there are a lot of photos. But yeah. So what do you think? Do you like this pattern? Do you think you'd give it a go? So it's Matilda, and so it's a pattern on Etsy, obviously a paid pattern, by Cody Loops. If you want to go and check it out, I'll have the link in the description. So that was the next one that I made. Then because I was trying to catch up on sea turtles, I made another sea turtle. So this one, I like the head of that one so much. I created, although he's gone a bit crooked, this is the Crochet by Jenna pattern, my medium turtle. And then I put the other head from the other pattern onto it, and I think it goes really well. I just love that realistic head. Oh, and the other one, I'm thinking I'm going to charge $25 for, I think. This guy is my medium one. I think I'll charge $20 for this one. And that's all I've made since Wednesday. So it's not much. Oh, actually, there is another one that I started, which was a custom order. I was literally 3 rounds of finishing his head. So this is Groot. So So I've got the yarn coming in my Temu order, so I'll finish that off, and then I've just got to do the vine with leaves on it, and this one will be done. So this is a custom order. Now I forgot to write pattern. Groot is by Katie Dids off Etsy, paid pattern. I really do like this pattern. It's very well written, and any Groot fans out there, they love it. So yeah, I've just got to finish off that. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, I found when we moved that I had started another giraffe ages ago and run out of yarn, and there's the bits and pieces of it in here, so I'll have to finish that off one day. But the first giraffe I made still hasn't sold, so I'm in no rush to finish that one. So what I might do now is just put all this away and get one box at a time and go through my inventory so I can actually see what I have and see if it's accurate what is in my square and on my computer. So I'll be back in a second with clearing this mess out. Alrighty, I'm back now. This is going to be a little bit chaotic because when we're packing up after last market, because I'd sold so much, I normally have each box like labelled $15 items, $10 items and all that. And we ended up sort of just putting everything together. So it is in absolutely no order whatsoever. But here is my galah. Now I'll need to go over to my trusty list here and where is it on my list? Okay, so this pattern is a paid pattern on Etsy by Crow with the Flow, and I sell this guy for $30. And he is one that I put out the front of the stand. He gets a lot of attention, but so far nobody bought him. Now I'm going to have fun of where to put them as I take them out. Then I have one hippo. Now this is a free Instagram pattern. Lucky I have my computer in front of me. By Crochet and others. I think there's, well, it might be just Crochet, this one, I'm not sure. So there's a hippo, and I've got this one for $15. I'm considering putting the price down on this one because I've had her for a while and hasn't sold. So I might put that aside to maybe put in my $10 bin. Then I have the pattern by Knotted Hook Crochet. So you can get this on Etsy as well. Now I've forgotten the name. Blank. Moose. It was Moose the giraffe because Robin's husband thought it was a moose rather than a giraffe. And I have $15 on this one. Put that there. Then I have this teddy bear, which I've had for quite a while as well. Considering putting down in price as well. So I've only got $15 on it, but yeah, he's been with me for a while. So I just got one of those. Now I've got Shrek in this size. It's $15. Now I do know that I have 3 of them, but there's only 2 in this box, I believe. Yes. And then we move on to, $15. Then I move on to Zelda, which is another Knotted Hook Crochet pattern, Robin's pattern. So I still have Zelda, the crazy hair. $15 I charge. I still have him. Then I have this leggy frog, which is a free pattern on Ribbler by Frog. I think it's Kawaii Cuddlebuck, this one. Yeah. So I have this one for $15 as well. Then this one is Lilo with Lilo and Stitch. Unfortunately, Lilo is not popular, only Stitch is. So she's in the $15 price range. Just this size is, and it's a paid Etsy pattern by Fennec Toys UA. But eventually someone might want her with Stitch, as I keep making Stitch each market. And one larger Anne Carraway cat. So $15 for this one. I think I've got 2 others somewhere. We will have to find out. So I'll put these back in the box and get the next box. Okay, next box. So again, these are also mixed. This was another pattern that was originally acrylic, changed it to chenille, and he is a bit disproportionate. I've got $15 on him. I've had him for quite a while. I might put him down to 10, I think. Now, that pattern, where did I find it? I think it was a Instagram pattern. Let me look. Yes, the free Instagram pattern by Tanya A. Smile. So that's that one. Oh, another kitten and Caraway Art, $15. I knew I had at least one more. Got a zebra. This is Crochet Grove's pattern. Nobody's really looked at zebras, so I've got him for 15. I'll give him another go, but if he doesn't sell at the next market, I will probably reduce him to 10. Now this pattern, oh, it's got fluff all over him. Jellyfish. I think this was a free pattern as well on Instagram. Let me see. Jellyfish. Yes, by Brightside Crochets. To be honest, jellyfish do not sell for me at all. I've had this one for ages. I've got $15 on it because of the size, but I think I'll reduce it to 10. They just don't sell. They just do not sell. Oh, I'm gonna have to go down there. All right, now another Crochet Grove. This is a horse pattern, and it's got the reins that you can pull out. A lot of little girls have looked at this. Hasn't sold yet, but I think he will eventually. And I have $25 on this one. So it's Crochet Grove. Then Crochet Grove again. This is the giraffe that I was talking about that I've had for a while. He may not be selling because his neck's a bit wobbly. But I used the yellow that was the real like faded yellow. He's not bright coloured, so I don't know. I've had him for a while as well, so I might reduce him. What have I got on him? 25. I might put him down to 15 just to sell him. I should be leaving all these ones out that I say that I'm going to change price. This whales in this pattern do not do well for me at all. but I think it's also the yarn I used. It's not my usual soft, nice yarn. It's more a wool. I've got $5 on it and I still can't get rid of that one. If I could fit it in a mystery box, I would have put it in a mystery box, but it's too big. Then the other thing that I have realised that does not sell for me is rabbits. Any type of rabbit at all, none of them are sold. I have this one for $8. This was the custom crochet, I think her name is. Where are we? Got so many rabbit patterns here. Yeah, oh, Crochet Customs, the other way around. Crochet Customs pattern, great pattern, just rabbits don't sell for me. So I've got $8 on that. That may end up in, I would say, a mystery box very shortly. Then a smaller kitten. The smaller ones I sell for $8. There's not many of those left, but I've had kittens for a while. I'm going to change it up and not make more of those. Oh, there's another one, another $8 one. Again, I have this squid, jellyfish, octopus, anything with tentacles basically don't sell for me. This guy's $8. Had him for quite a while. Again, we'll probably end up in a mystery box. I'll leave those out and change them around, I think. Little elephant. I did sell one of these, so I've got this for $5. Another rabbit. Oh, sorry, that elephant pattern by the Stitch Studio CA. It's a paid Etsy pattern. Then we have this rabbit. I think it's called the Jelly Bean Rabbit. That pattern is by Darling Maple Designs. It was a free pattern off her blog. And then we have good old Chubby Bob, my pattern, free pattern on Instagram, $5. They've been selling okay, but once they're all sold, I'm not going to make any more. This was the prototype of Bob and so many kids pick him up and love him, and there was one girl, she made me promise that if he sells I make another one because she wants it at the next market. I wouldn't be able to replicate it because this was just, you know, making it up as I went along, and his very ugly version of Bob. I've got $8 on him. Again, another squid. They don't sell, $8. Oh, a peep. None of my rabbits sold, $8. Baby chicks, $8. Oh, I've been rushing through those. Sorry. The squid pattern is a paid Etsy pattern by Plushico Patterns. I love making it. It's a really easy pattern to make. It just doesn't sell for me, unfortunately. What else did I say? Oh, the peep. Rabbit peep. That was a free Instagram pattern by Mel's Crochet, _crochet. Then we have the baby chicks. I sell these guys for $8. They sell, well, they used to sell reasonably well. Haven't sold one for a little while. So I've got 2 of those. This is Southern Gal Crochet's pattern. Oh, another custom crochets pattern, rabbit, $8. It's going to go in a mystery box. And then yet another one. Variegated version. I don't even think the kids even looked at them. And then we got good old Anchor. The octopus, I made a large version. You would have seen this one in the last video. Boy, does this one bring people to the stall, to the stand. Just attracts them because they just love what he looks like. Because obviously he takes so much time to make. I've got $45 on him. And honestly, if he doesn't sell, it's not too much of a worry because he attracts people to the stand. So one of those. And then this is my little tub of the Lucky Dip eggs that I have. Let's see how many I've got left. So I just seal them up with sticky tape and have a little mini inside. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 left. And I sell them for $6 each, so $5 for the toy and I cover $1 for the cost of the egg. And that's the end of that tub. So a lot of those are going to go into mystery boxes. So I'll leave those out and we'll go and get the next tub. Back in a minute. All right, next tub. So we have a larger version of the little elephant that we had before. And this was the Stitch Studio CA Etsy pattern, paid Etsy pattern. This one is $15. Oh, then I have the rabbit. It's a rabbit, so I didn't sell. Large rabbit. It was a free Instagram pattern by Fennick Toys or Fennick_Toys. And I've got $15 on this one. Then Fiona, that goes with Shrek. Here out of the way. Got it in a plait. So Fiona is in the $15 range as well. And that one is, Fiona is also Fennick Toys, I believe. Fiona. Yes, Fennick Toys UA also. I do like a lot of their patterns. Oh, there's the other Shrek that I knew I had. And here is Donkey that goes with the Shrek and Fiona. I've still got to make Puss in Boots. I still haven't made one yet. He's in that pack and I haven't gone around to making him. So Donkey is also $15 and Fennick, what do they say they're called? Fennick Toys UA. And this little tail. So $15 for all those ones. Then I've got the little dragon. This is Crochet by Jenna's pattern and $15. I think mostly I managed to get all the $15 ones together in this tub. So we've got another Leggy Frog, Ribbler Kawaii Cuddlebug version. They used to be really popular. Haven't sold one for a while. Everyone, so many people look at this cow, love this cow. But he hasn't sold still, so $15. And this one, free Instagram pattern by Kosinqua.handmade. So that one, $15. Then we got a koala. My koalas are pretty popular. I sold one last market, so I've got this guy left, $15. Now the koala is paid Etsy pattern by Plush HM Creations. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sesame chickens. So I have one Stardew Valley colour. I sell all these size sesame chickens for $15. Then I've got the variegated ones. Again, these ones haven't been selling. That was out of this wool. Doesn't feel as nice. I thought they might sell because they were pretty colours, but nope. And then these ones do sell in these colours. Another one of those. And then a chubby fat one. So that's those ones. And that is Southern Gal Crochet's pattern. I like her pattern because It's got the little tail feathers on it, and you create a head rather than just flat. Then we have two more kittens. Grey one, $15 this size, and again this yarn, don't sell, $15 as well, so two more. Then last of all I have Brontosaurus. I've sold a few of these, they're not overly popular. $15 as well. Now this pattern I believe is a free pattern, oops, on Instagram. Brontosaurus. Yes, free pattern on Instagram by Kaylee Crochet. I do like this pattern, it's very well written and easy to make, just sells occasionally, not overly popular. And that's the end of that tub. All right, how many? I think I've got one left. All right, I'll go and get it. All right, last box. Again, these are all mixed up. Some may end up in mystery boxes yet because I've had them for a while. All right, so we have a penguin. This one is in the $10 range. I think I'll put this one in a mystery box. Had him for a while. Pikachu. Pikachu sell really well, $10 for this size. So there's Pikachu, oh, patterns, sorry. Designers, okay, what did I say? Penguin. Penguin is a free Instagram pattern by In the Crochet Cupboard. And Pikachu is also a free Instagram pattern by fairytale.crochets. And that Pikachu was $10. Then I had made two of the cactus. I've actually got one in a mystery box that was smaller than this one, and I've got this one is for $10. Don't even look like selling, so might put it down to $5 or something just to sell it. Might sell in your area, but definitely not here. Where are we? Cactus. That was a paid Etsy pattern by Rosalie Toys Crochet. So there we go. Then this whale, I'm pretty sure is a free Instagram pattern. I don't know if it's the blanket yarn I used or the pattern or what, but nobody looks at this one. I've got $10. I think I'll put this down in price or put in a mystery box. Don't know if it'll fit in a mystery box, might be too big. So this whale is pattern by free Instagram pattern by Goozel_toys_pattern. So yeah, no sell for that one. Oh, and a kangaroo. I can't. This was meant to be Baby Roo or Kangaroo or whatever they're called off Winnie the Pooh. He didn't really turn out super well. I don't like it. I don't blame it for not selling, to be honest. I've got $10 on it. I don't know. I've had him for quite a while. I might just put it down to $5 to get rid of it. Yeah, it's pretty ugly. Now that pattern, although I did see someone else has put out a new pattern. I think I saw, was it Robin, who had made one that looked like a good version of a kangaroo. I've been looking up for a good one for ages, so let me know if you do have a good one. That was a paid Etsy pattern by Papoi Welniaki, something like that. I'm sorry if I said that wrong, I probably did. Yeah, so I think it'll end up being $5. Platypus, these sell fairly well. I have $10 on this one, and the designer is paid Etsy pattern by Dan Arts Estonia. I do like that pattern. another octo that doesn't sell, $10. Might start putting down to 5, had them forever. Dolphin, I actually thought they would do well, but no, nobody looks at them. I've had $10 on it again. I might put it down to 5. That pattern, I believe, was a free pattern as well. Yes, free pattern on Instagram by Yarn Haveen. Again, all these will be in the description if I can't pronounce them correctly. The big booty turtle, I think this is the last one I've got left. I won't be making any more after this. I've got $10 on it. Yeah, they're too hard to explain and sell, and I'm kind of over them. I'm not overly fussed with them. $10. Turtle, the pattern designer. Where are we? Free Instagram pattern by Gwenny's Crochet. Then yet another octopus that I've had for 10 that I'll put to 5. I've got a little mini Shrek, $8 for this one. I think he'll sell eventually. That's again the Fennec Toys AU pattern designer. Then I got these guy, I sold his friend last market with the hat, chicks with her hat. It's a free Instagram pattern by Chanel's _crochet, and I have $10 on these ones. And then I have 4 axolotls, and this is Crochet Grove's pattern. So 4 of those, I sell these for $10 each. Oh, there's another chubby boy. I'm not talking to you, phone. Siri's trying to talk to me. Chubby mushy boy that I somehow did the colours around the wrong way. $10. There's one done the right way around. So 2 of those. Then 2, 3. I remember I had 3 or 4 of these. Crocodiles. Oh, I didn't mention the chubby mushy boys. They're the pattern on Ribbler by Chunky Crochet. Now we've got crocodiles. I got carried away because I liked the pattern and thought that they looked really good in this burnout yarn, but none of them have sold. I've got them for $10 each. I think I'm going to have to put them down to 5 to sell them. That was a free Instagram pattern by Natalie's Crochet Creations, and yeah, nobody even looks at them at all. So I think I'll have to have a bargain basket or something, a sale. Then we've got the rooster. I can't remember the rooster's name. Oh. No, I can't remember his name. I just got him down as Rooster. It's by Stacey from Apple Tree Boutique on Etsy. I've had this guy for quite a while, and for me, doesn't sell. Got him for $8, and yeah, unfortunately, it hasn't been a go for me. Then I've had this caterpillar. I thought he was nearly going to sell last market. Got him for $10. I believe that was another free pattern. Let me look. Caterpillar. Yep, free Instagram pattern by JNK Crochet. Well, then we've got my dragonfly that I have had forever. I've got him down to $10 to sell it, I might put it down to 5. The other one I had, I'd put down to 5 as well. They just don't sell. Just don't sell. It was a paid pattern, I remember that. Etsy, sorry, by the Fox Den Mum Life, and yeah, nobody's interested, so that will be a price markdown. And then I've got my cute little rabbit in a sweater. Again, rabbits don't sell. I've had it for $10. I might put him down to 5. That pattern was a free pattern as well. Rabbit in sweater, free Instagram pattern by Schools Out Crochet. Then I have another dolphin, like the pink one I had earlier, $10. Again, I'll probably put it down to 5, or in a mystery box. Another jellyfish, doesn't sell. I've had it for 10, that's definitely going to 5, or a mystery box. This platypus, this platypus is a bit of a disaster. I actually might even just throw this one out. I ran out of yarn, then I was trying to mix the yarns together and his head's really wobbly. Yeah, we'll forget about that one. And then we've got Squidget, which is a fidget toy. You have beads in the feet and a nice faux fur in the hair to play with, and the twisty velvet yarn at the back. So it's a sensory toy. This one is a pattern. Oh, I can't remember now. I think it's a free pattern, or is it a paid? But no, I think it's a free pattern by Crafty Chaos Emporium, Kim on Instagram. Yeah, I still got him. And I've got $10 on it. One more Chubby Mushy Boy, $10. Then I've got mystery boxes left. So I sold quite a few. So that's a $10 one. Some of them I wrote the price on it, and some of them put a tag on. That's another $10 one. So there's 2, 3, 4. 4, 5, 6. That one's bursting. 7 and 8. 8 $10 ones and only one $15 one left. So definitely need to make some more, but I'm waiting for the new boxes to arrive in my Temu order. Should be here next week, so I'll be able to make up some more. And that is everything. We're all done. So I have been adding the list to put in the description of all the designers that I've mentioned in this video. If I do happen to forget any and you would like to know, just send me a message, let me know. And that is all for today. So what is on my list to make? I have purchased another turtle pattern that I want to try, a different type. I want to do some dragons. Where we live now here in Hervey Bay is world renowned for humpback whales, so I need to find a humpback whale pattern and start making some of those. I think definitely need to make some dachshunds or the sausage dogs, because there's so many here, so I need to start working on those. Any sea turtles. Like I had in my head that every second pattern I made was going to be a sea turtle. That worked for a little while. Then whatever. So yeah, we'll see how we go for next video, which will be Wednesday. All right, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time. And if you have any suggestions of any patterns, that especially different turtle patterns at the moment, or humpback whales, or different types of whales that look really good, please let me know in the comments, and yeah, see what you think about that Matilda sea turtle pattern, what your thoughts are. All right, thanks guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.